Good evening, good day, everybody. I want to welcome you to New Moon Manifesting. We are going to be talking about the Leo New Moon that is taking place tomorrow. So tomorrow is Thursday. It's the 28th, July 28th, and it's happening at 1:34 p.m. on the East Coast. So adjust for your time zone, but just recognize that this is when it's kind of a magical time of setting your intentions for a couple of hours after the new moon, actually for a couple of days, but it's most potent right at the exact moment. And within 2.5 days, the moon gets moving forward and into Virgo. But we have some pretty magnificent things that are taking place with this new moon. And I want to share some of the information and the energy to not only support you in understanding what this new moon means for you, but how to manifest with it. Because the more we can figure out what house this is happening for you, and you can set your intentions on that, that will help you in manifesting. There are also some pretty significant influences taking place in the stars. If you are not feeling it, I'm shocked, because there's some major transitions, especially around being heart-centered, making sure that you're aligned with your values and what you most want. And so we'll talk a little bit about what that energy is so that you can make the most of it. For those of you who are new to our New Moon Manifesting call, my name is Jana Groscost. I'm a metaphysical healer and teacher, as well as a business coach. And we'll talk a little bit about some other goodies that are coming up very soon. But save the date, August 8th, 2022, we're doing a special 2-hour event for my book launch, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. So let me pop up a screen here. I love how everything moves as soon as I need it. There we go. And advanced and share. And let's shrink this down. All right. Leo energy. Leo is a fire sign. Fire signs are all about taking action. They're about inspiration and moving forward with everything that you want to do. So when we look at the creative fire energy that Leo brings in, Leo's heart-centered. It actually, even though it is ruled by the sun, it actually rules the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is our personal power center in the chakra system. So as this creative fire energy, this is a great opportunity to take bold action. You may have inspired action that you're taking. There may be obvious action that you're taking, moving toward your goals. But if there's something coming up and it's lighting a fire under you, recognize that that's all part of the Leo energy. Because the sun is the center of our cosmos, it is the center of our heart, and a lot of the meditations that I do are bringing that sunlight into the heart and radiating it into every cell of our body. So we'll be doing that today. Fire energy is purifying. So think of when a forest fire takes an entire forest out, there are things that quickly start regrowing. So there's this opportunity for purification taking place not only with this Leo energy, but then moving into Virgo, because Virgo is the purifier. So if you're noticing any thoughts are out of alignment, emotions, situations that maybe you're getting stripped away or out of your life, or people that are being removed from your life, this could be that Leo energy that is really purifying you and preparing you for the next right step. Yes, Elisa, that's your words and I'm using them. This is all about reclaiming your personal power. So noticing any situations where you feel like you've been in defense mode or needed to protect yourself. This is an opportunity to call back your energy and reclaim that part of yourself. I actually just got back from Chicago. I was there for a 4-day healing and business coaching event, and ended up on stage for an hour and a half doing some major healing work, not only for myself, but for the entire group. And there were there were all these situations related to reclaiming my personal power related to my feminine energy and how I protected myself over the past, I don't know, 40 years. I guess it'd be about 40 years around this. And so this is an opportunity for awareness on a deeper level. And we've got some other elements that are supporting us. So in reclaiming that energy, we are going to increase our inner vitality. Leo also helps you be magnanimous. It helps you be courageous. You may feel like you have more courage to take those steps that may have been difficult in the past. So recognize that Leo is also supporting and expanding creative ideas and juices. So even if you don't take action on those, make sure that you're writing things down so that when it is time to take action, that you are tuning back into, these energetic downloads that you're getting and the inspiration that you're receiving. Now, this is really igniting momentum within you, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the other planets that are supporting you. But through this Leo energy, there's this encouragement to be you, this encouragement to stand in your power, this encouragement to be authentic, this opportunity to have fun and reconnect with childhood, hopes and dreams and oh yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I used to play this or wanted to do that. And this is a great new moon to just play in that, dabble in that, and see what comes up, whatever it is, because, it's an opportunity for that creative expansion. Now, I'm going to pull up a chart because to me, I'm a very visual person, and that's why I do slides and everything, because I think it helps me in seeing the relationship that's taking place with the planets. So we have the sun and moon here in Leo at 5 degrees. And just ahead of them, we have Mercury. So Mercury has already gone through this point. It's almost like Mercury was out there with its megaphone saying, hey, this is what's coming up, get ready for it. And then it actually has some other influences that are affecting us. So notice maybe where a week ago you may have had new ideas or inspiration or something that is moving you forward. And now the sun and moon are coming up behind you, this divine masculine and feminine energy that are saying, okay, if you really want this goal and if it is authentic to you and aligned with what you want most, then set your intentions and let's move forward. So when you're looking at your astrology birth chart, you want to look at these little numbers in the middle. These little numbers represent the astrology houses. So for this particular chart, this is taking place in the 9th chart, in the 9th house. And that I'll bring up all the houses in a minute, but for those of you who are new, the 9th house relates to the higher mind of God. It deals with philosophy, spirituality, higher education, religion, thinking on that higher plane. So again, we'll pull a chart, we'll pull up all the houses in a minute so that you can see what's taking place. So some of the interesting things that are happening. Let's look at the sun and moon in relationship to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion. And both Jupiter and Chiron are in Aries. So Aries is all about who am I in the world. And both of these planets are retrograde. So this is an opportunity to revisit, revise, sort of up-level yourself as these two are retrograde for a bit. But with Jupiter here, Jupiter to me is that fuel. It's the rocket fuel. So Leo, the sun and moon are the tip of the rocket, ready to take off, expanding your ideas and inspiration, your heart-centered desires. And then here comes Jupiter. And it's like, okay, if that's what you want, then let's magnify it and let's make it happen. Let's expand it. Let's blow it up. Let's take it on a larger scale, a bigger picture. So notice what's taking place for you over the next week, because we actually have some other influences taking place. If you can't tell, I'm excited. I feel like my brain's going like 4,000 miles an hour. So if you need to turn up your hearing so that you can hear because I'm talking fast, I apologize. All right. I was actually in an event and the guy was talking so fast. I was like, wow, I need to speed up my hearing because right now I'm just not processing things quickly enough. So let me slow down. Deep breath. Okay. So major influence that we have going on right now. We have in Taurus. So Taurus is that planet of our value system, how we manage money, what we love. It relates to all of our senses. It relates to our personal values and how we value ourselves. So in Taurus, we have conjunct right now the North Node. So the North Node is where am I moving? Where not only myself, but collectively. But knowing where this is falling as far as which house it's in is going to be symbolic to you. For this chart, it's taking place in the 7th house. That relates to relationships and partnerships and creating equality and equanimity, those types of things. So we have the North Node and Uranus. Now, this is interesting because the North Node is showing us collectively where we're moving in our human form. It also shows you where you're moving personally. Uranus is the higher mind of God. So if there is anything that's in your way that may be holding you back, then Uranus is the rebel. It creates sudden changes. So you may be thinking, you're going down this road and then it's all of a sudden turn right at the next light. And all of a sudden you're going in this other direction. So there may be sudden changes if you are open and willing to take this ride. I'm literally seeing a roller coaster. So I don't know if any of you are feeling this roller coaster in life, but that imagery is coming up. So it's obviously symbolic for somebody in this group right now. So what is taking place on August 1st? That is next Monday. Next Monday, Mars, who is only 3 degrees away from this exact conjunction between the North Node and Uranus, Mars is coming into the picture. So for these next, I'm going to say for the next week to 10 days, there may be feelings of, sort of unsettlement where Mars wants to take action, Mars wants to move forward, and Uranus is a large outer planet, so it moves incredibly slowly. It's not in any hurry, and Mars is like, let's go, let's go, let's go, right? So think of Mars as sort of that firecracker that just wants to explode, and Uranus is like, okay, well, we can make sudden changes, but let's make them aligned with what you want most, what you value. Again, that Taurus energy. So there may be, again, being open-minded to what's coming up will support you in navigating this energy. So the next 10 days, actually probably through all of August, just because the North Node and Uranus will be hanging out together for a while. Mars is going to move forward rather quickly. So within the next 10 days, just recognize that Mars will be moving closer into Gemini. But the North Node and Uranus will be traveling together for around the next 5 or 6 weeks. And this may give you clarity if you're having any sort of frustrations about what's my next step? Where am I going? What's taking place? There could be these little things that either fall away, new opportunities that come in. The more mindful you can be about what is taking place, the easier it will be to navigate these energies. Some of the other influences, so finding out where those are in your chart as far as the house that Taurus is for you, that 18 degrees of Taurus, will be really helpful to see where this is transitioning. For me, it's in my 10th house, and 10th house relates to legacy, career, what you're known in the world, your social status. So kind of interesting because I didn't really look at the astrology as I set the date for my book launch, and it's literally happening this time frame. So I love how astrology will not only support us in seeing the possibilities of what could be coming up, but also understanding, how you're already working with the energies to manifest your goals and dreams. So to me, it provides validation and support in understanding yourself better. One other key element I want to mention is where I talked about Jupiter really fueling us. So Jupiter is that expansion. It's actually at a square with Venus. Now, Venus right now is in Cancer, and it really loves being in Cancer, right? Because Venus is that love energy and just being in home base. And, you may be feeling like you're really nesting in your home base or making changes in your home environment. And Venus here is really helping you tune into your intuition. So if you can start your morning being, free from distractions, and the first thing that you do when you get up is actually do some free flow writing where you're tuning into your intuition and just enjoying the moment, that will really help you identify some of the key elements that are coming to you from that soul level. Because the more you can tune into that soul level, the more expansion you're going to be able to create with that Jupiter energy. At a square also, so these three planets, Uranus, North Node, and Mars, are at a square with Mercury. And so, Mercury is that speaking, teaching, writing, all the communication, networking type things. So with Uranus and the North Node and Mars, there may be like speaking abruptly, maybe saying things that you didn't really think clearly through, or you may hurt somebody's feelings because you're rather rash with something you say. So tune into how you're feeling before you speak, right? Like that think before you speak type energy will be really beneficial in helping you hold your tongue so that you don't get yourself into trouble. Like I never do that, so I don't know what that's like. So let's talk a little bit about the houses. This is for where the sun and moon are in Leo. So this is taking place of 5 degrees. And, knowing again where this house is for you will help you set your intentions specifically. So for me, Leo, actually this new moon is taking place in my 12th house because my ascendant is at 11 degrees. And so we have to go to that 5-degree point, which is before that. So with this new moon, Leo likes to be center stage. It is the actors and the actresses. It is reflected as, the king of the jungle, the lion energy. And so anything where you want to be center stage that relates to your house may be really beneficial for you to tune into. So for me in the 12th house, this could be, tuning into being behind the scenes, having a very rich inner life, which is true. Like I have a very high imagination and creativity, as I explained right before we got on this call to those of you who were on before we started recording. So as I'm tuning into my goals, I'm thinking, yeah, I still am behind the stage because I just finished the final edits of my book. I'm still waiting for a cover art change. And so I'm sort of behind the scenes on everything. And then it's like, by the time we step into my first house, then, I'll be expressing my creativity. And yeah, sometimes I can be bossy. I can't believe I wrote that in there. I love having fun, loyal and courageous. So again, the 12th or the Leo energy is partially in my 12th house and primarily in my first house. So does anyone want to unmute? Do you know where this is taking place for you?
Just a quick question. If your ascendant is Leo, then that's the first house? Is that correct?
Yeah. So do you know the degree of your ascendant?
I gotta look at my chart one more time. Hang on.
Yeah. So if it's more than 5 degrees, then you're going to be in 12th house like I am.
Okay,
my
cool.
ascendant's at 11:55. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up again. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Jana, you want to know where the moon and the sun are?
Yes. So 5 degrees of Leo is where the sun and moon are going to be.
So in my chart, the moon is in Pisces. No, it would be in Cancer in 4th house. And the sun is just right over the line in the 5th house in Leo.
Okay. And, you know, obviously at the time of the new moon, they're going to be hanging out together. So I always look where the sun is, because
Yeah.
on some charts, it'll actually pull, depending on, you know, whatever time zone that chart is created for. So if I look at the degree of the sun on July 28th, so tomorrow,
Mhm,
then that's where the moon's going to be when the new moon takes place.
mhm.
So if it's taking place in the 5th house, is that what you said?
Yeah.
So 5th house relates to having fun, expanding your creativity, being aligned with, you know, heart-centered endeavors, tuning into your heart and what you love most, so that, you know, so that you're aligning with your heart's desires. And going back to your question in the chat, I just saw this. I typically pull the natal chart with transits.
Mhm.
Now, the progress chart will show if somebody was born today, where it would be. And you can also look at that to see how it's influencing you. However, I pull it from your birth chart with transits, is how I typically do it.
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
back
what
and
I
reading
do.
that. Yeah.
So I
Definitely
have a
feeling the
question
energies
real
of the
quick.
roller coaster. Yes, go ahead.
So I've got Mars and Uranus in Taurus in my 1st house.
Okay. So this is a big transition for you. There's kind of this upgrade of who are you? What are you doing here
Mhm.
in this world? You know,
Mhm.
where are you going moving forward? So it'll be, you know, this next 5-6 weeks is going to be really interesting to see how that is playing out in your life. So, of course, you can go into this whole fear or anxiety about not knowing the future and what's going to be taking place. However, if you can just be present and watch your life as if it's a movie, you know, or a stage play or something, then you become more observant and aware intuitively of what's taking place and what's the next best step for you, versus going into freak out and anxiety mode.
Given the house situation, I welcome it. I cautiously say that.
I love it. That's fabulous.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Perfect. All right. I see Devin, you've got your hand raised.
Mhm. I hope my connection is okay. I had to move to almost outside in order to have a connection. So hopefully it'll
It's like,
stay.
don't move, don't move, don't move.
I'm in the laundry sunroom.
Love it.
So Leo is in my 3rd house natally,
Okay.
and Taurus is in my 11th natally. But there's something that I remember about the progression, that I'm in a Leo progressed cycle.
Ascendant. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So you said, wait, what did you say Leo was again? I'm sorry.
Natally, Leo is in my 3rd house.
3rd house. Gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to backtrack and I'm like, I'm trying to remember what she said. So 3rd house is all about how you communicate and communicating from that heart-centered space. I'm going to pull the chart back up. Wow. But communication, networking, sharing your ideas and wisdom. So I actually, as we're talking, what's coming to mind is teaching classes, whether it's, you know, whether it's you doing your energy healing classes or talking about life things that you've gone through. There's something about you getting up in front of people and talking. And it doesn't have to be, you know, like hundreds or thousands of people. This could be 4 or 5 people that you're doing small intimate groups with and providing support for their healing. So I'd look into that. Is anything like that coming up in your life right now?
My main things around the communication issue is resolving, reconnecting, because all of my being isolated, being a hermit in the woods, in the mountains, it kind of got to the extreme where I don't have cell service most of the time and I don't have Wi-Fi. So I'm really taking a leap to push to get that kind of service where I'm staying. So it feels like that's the first step so that I can have trusted
Communication. Yeah.
communication. But
Yeah.
it is how much, there's a lot of energy around, getting that done. So hopefully things will be in a different place.
Yeah, that makes sense. And, with that Leo energy, it's taking action, right? Like keeping on top of them, like every 3 days, make another phone call.
Yeah.
Just so that you can get what it is that you need so that you at least start that connection and then you can grow from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then with your 11th house in Taurus, the transition is around the groups that you're connecting with like-minded people, sharing your knowledge and wisdom, having these, bigger, bolder ideas, connecting with other or outer worldly people or, entities or whatever. So I just sort of like tune into what that means for you. Something around channeling is coming up. So I don't know if the North Node there and Uranus there are helping you feel more confident in the ability to channel, but it's in a supportive way for groups of people, not just individuals. So I definitely would be looking at who is the group, whether it's identifying what your niche is and how you want to support those people, but just recognize that's a part of this transition.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anyone else? Do you know where this is taking place for you? Cheryl, I like literally, I know I can't even see you right now, but you're like shaking your head. You're like, nope.
Well, I'm totally shaking my head because I just looked at my chart on my phone, and so I'm a Leo moon and I'm a Virgo ascendant. And
Virgo
of course,
ascendant?
I still don't know what. I'm a Virgo ascendant and I have a Leo moon. So,
okay,
but my
so
Leo new
Leo's
moon,
going to be in your 12th house, right?
It looks like it's an 11th. Looks like it's an
so
11th.
It could be 11, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that 11th
Looks like
house,
it's in the 11th house.
yeah, that would be that connecting with groups, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, although
you've got to be in groups and the flair for the dramatic, right? So like here you are in CrossFit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very interesting, but that 12th house, I mean, I don't know. I never know which direction these little squiggles are moving. But
everything is moving counterclockwise except for the North Node, unless a planet
to the left.
Yeah,
to the left,
moving,
right?
Well, no, it's moving to the right. It's moving counterclockwise.
No, clockwise is the 12 is at the top. Clockwise is right. Counterclockwise is left.
Exactly.
Right?
I thought that's what I said.
Okay. So if it's moving left, then yes, it will probably, because right now looks like the moon is something 19 degrees or something. And then the little P, what's the P? Pluto. Is in my 12th house forever. But it looks like, so the moon will be, it'll be moving to the 12th house.
Exactly.
But anyway, because this job that I just advanced to the next interview section is stage crew. It's producing webinar.
Oh my gosh.
Very
I
fun.
love the validation.
Yeah, I know. And then of course my son, Capricorn sun, is in the 4th house, which what the hell does the 4th house mean?
4th house is home base, emotional security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. And then my Leo moon reading was also very interesting for this week. So because it's like you said, reevaluating like what's going on with relationships and work and everything else. So right now I've got like five candles lit, because that's my birth number, 5. My life path is 5.
Perfect.
So I've got 5 candles lit.
I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah, so this is I'll have to look at it more. I have to just get a laminated version of this bloody chart and then write in what all the friggin' squiggles mean. Makes me crazy
Okay.
every single time.
Yeah, but it changes every day.
Oh dear God.
There are 108 celestial events that take place with all the planets each year. By the time
I don't like
everybody
that.
is like moving around and doing their thing, there's 108 transitions. So,
Oh, isn't
you
that
know,
fun?
like every day we can
Okay.
look at it and it's going to be something different. That's why we do this, you know, I bring up the new and full moon and talk about the other planetary influences. But if you looked at charts every day, like to me, that gets overwhelming. But,
I'd lose
you
my
know,
mind.
yeah, if there's something I'm like, why can't I get things going, or why is this, you know, feel like this is stuck, then I'll often pull my chart and go, oh yeah, well that makes sense. Because some of these
Okay.
hard aspects, some of the squares, you know, anytime there's a square, there's like this opposition or a true opposition where like the sun and moon are opposite of the full moon, then there is this, okay, I don't feel like I have enough information to make a decision, or I can't move forward, or, you know, whatever is coming up. But yeah, I mean,
I just have triangles. I don't have squares. They're all triangles.
don't look at the center stuff. It'll just like
Oh,
confuse you even
Yeah.
more.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone
whatever.
else? Do you know? Thanks, Cheryl. I appreciate you being here. Anyone else know where this is taking place in your chart?
Hey, Jana.
Hey,
Dominique.
Dominique.
So I don't know exactly where everything is. I don't know where Leo is in my chart. Like I don't see anything about Leo.
So all you want to do is you want to find the symbol, right? So it's like this. It reminds me of when you have a stick figure and try to put hair on a woman. That's what the Leo symbol looks like to me.
Okay.
And then once you find that, there's all these little tiny tick marks. So there's basically 29 degrees between one point and another for each astrology sign. So you want to find 5 degrees in, which isn't very far in, and then it will show you what house it's in.
Okay. Let me look that up really quick. Because I'm looking at the I was looking at all the words and I'm like, I know where my moon is and I know where my sun is.
Yeah, we're
And I
actually
know the
looking at the
degrees.
transit. So the inner part of the chart is where the planets were when we were born, but the planets move every single day.
Right.
And so they're on the outer side. So we want to see where those outer planets on the outer part of the ring are.
Okay. It looks like ninth house. Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
so
need
just like this
to-
chart. Yeah, ninth house. Oh, it also involves traveling. So long distance traveling in style, right? Like think of royalty traveling in their nice carriages when everyone else is, you know, exposed to
I
the
need
elements
that.
or whatever. Ninth house also relates to, you know, being courageous in your spirituality and your philosophical beliefs. It's about,
Yep.
you know, teaching, right? Because being
Yep.
center stage, Leo's all about being center stage. How am I being seen in the world? And so if there's opportunities for you to teach, especially higher mind information, then, you know, that's the Leo energy that's supporting you.
I know. Embrace the woo woo. That's what I keep hearing.
Embrace
So,
the woo. Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, absolutely. All right, we'll keep things moving. Once we're done, at the top of the hour, I will stop the recording. And if anybody else didn't get their house recognized, we can talk about it in the after party. So just wanted to bring up again, August 8th, 2022. I know it's the Lion's Gate, and I picked that specifically because it's very symbolic since it's the beginning of my astrology year with my ascendant right there. And the numerology of 8/8/2022 is actually a 22, which is all about manifesting in physical form. My new book, Goddesspreneur Game Plan, will be available on August 8th. And if you can buy it on August 8th, I would really appreciate it. There will be an ebook version for 99 cents or the regular version for $17.95. And if you go to goddesspreneur.com/book launch, you can actually find out how to get signed copies. That I will sign copies and mail them to you versus having them come from Amazon. But I will send links on where you can get it. But why I'm trying to get everybody to buy it on 8/8. So if you have any friends or family or anybody that I would love for you to share this with, because it gets me to #1 on Amazon. And that just opens up new opportunities and new doors for some of the projects that I've got coming up. This book is all about empowering women, taking their ideas and inspiration to create a rocking business so that they create flexibility, freedom, and fun, making the money that they want. There's 15 chapters in the book, and they are power packed because each one of the chapters is essentially a 3 to 4 week module in the course that I will be following up with this fall, the Goddesspreneur group coaching program. But we talk about how to magnify your superpowers, how to tune into the work that is right for you, how to help you identify your specific people that you work with so that you know your niche so that you can get rich. I should say it as niche. So you know your niche so you can get rich. How to create compounded action so that you generate massive momentum. And there's all kinds of information about strategy and how to set things up. We're actually going to have a specific book club for this, that one of my coaches will be leading the book club. We're still figuring out dates for that, but there's going to be so many opportunities. We're going to have Monday momentum calls where every single Monday you can jump on a call and be in a space where you're setting your intentions. We're holding a high vibration to support you in not only manifesting your top 3 goals for the week, but manifesting miracles. So there's some incredible things that are coming up this fall. I don't have all the dates for all of those, but the best place to get started is on the Goddesspreneur site. Since you're on the New Moon email list, you will get information about that program. But if you want to get specifically on the Goddesspreneur email list, then go to goddesspreneur.com and you can get on the list there. But I'm on this mission to empower women financially and teaching them how to create a business, since I have over 40 years of business development experience. This first book takes women from zero to making $100,000 with their business, or anywhere in between, right? Like it's up to you. And then I have other books. I have 6 other books coming out that relate to how to scale your business and other information. So this has been a labor of love. It's been so much fun to write this. I've had amazing feedback. I have incredible endorsements from some amazing coaches and healers. And I can't wait to hear how it impacts your life and changes your perspective about yourself and your business and how to create the life that you want. Now, back to Leo energy before we go into meditation. Let's talk about self-care, self-love. With Leo, you want to tune into what lights you up, what inspires you. Let go of stuff that does not. This is not the time to be focused on, all the stuff that is kind of that humdrum type energy. You want to be doing things that excite you. If you're not doing work that excites you, you're in the wrong business or in the wrong job. If you're not in a relationship that is bringing passion and inspiration, you're probably in the wrong relationship, or you need to figure out how to bring that back into it. Because it's from that passion that we generate creativity. And it's really important for us to honor our power, honor where we're at, as well as where we want to go next. So make sure you're doing things that support self-love, self-care, and honoring yourself in that capacity. For essential oils, some of my favorites for this new moon, actually my favorite blend for the heart, even though it's, you know, this energy is the Leo energy is solar plexus. If you're looking to open your heart and expand your heart, using ylang ylang, geranium, and Siberian fir over your heart will open you up in unbelievable ways. In giving and receiving, and opening your heart from past hurt and processing difficult emotions. It's just one of those very inspiring, uplifting scents. Ylang ylang and wild orange together smells like orange trees in blossom. It is absolutely unbelievable. I use it as a perfume. I will diffuse these together. And then an added benefit is rose. I mean, everything I do is about living heart-centered and being in that unconditional love space, because when you're in that place, you're operating from a high vibration and attract more of the good stuff that you want to you. All the good stuff, all the God stuff, goddess stuff that you want is vibrating at a high vibe. So you want to align with that. And I simply just make a little heart with my oil over my heart every single day, and it's amazing. So we're going to go into a meditation, and then I will open up the calls for the line for any other final questions that we have. And then if you want to stay on after and ask me any questions, I will stay on for a few more minutes. So take a sip of water. Let's get into heart center place. If you're in a position, go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to begin with some deep breathing in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And breathe in deeply all the way down to your belly. And if you feel inspired, you can do the fire breathing where you stick your tongue out and you breathe out really intently, called the lion's breath. Let's do one more deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, release. And continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically, allowing yourself to settle into the moment. Bring your awareness into your inner body and tuning out the outer world. You're in a place that you're safe, you're protected. And tuning out the monkey mind so that you can tune in to the monk mind. Being zen, being calm, being in that heart-centered place. You may want to take your hands over your heart or solar plexus just to bring your awareness to that place. And notice the chest rise and fall with each breath you take. Imagining that you're tuning in to each heartbeat. Noticing how your body feels as you calm the mind. And we call in your ancestors, your guides, any other high vibrating energies and entities that are here to support you, that they're coming in to encircle you in this moment. Giving you the space to simply be present. There's no need to protect. Simply being present in the moment, in your body. Being very aware of your heart energy. And imagine that there's a white gold light coming in through the crown of your head. And as just imagine that you're sitting in the sun and you can feel the sun, the warmth coming in through the crown of your head. Connecting your energy with the sun. And that sun energy is like smoke. It's moving through your brain, through the pineal gland, helping cleanse and purify, burning away anything that no longer serves you, any misperceptions, any falsehoods, any negativity. Just allow this energy to move through your head, down into your throat, cleansing and purifying any places where you feel your voice has not been heard, any place where you're not speaking up or expressing your truth. That this energy is amplifying and creating this open channel for you to freely speak your truth and for your voice to be heard. And take a deep breath in. As you exhale, releasing any tension you're holding, the energy is moving down into the heart. And within the heart, it literally looks like a sun, that the rays, the light of the sun is dancing and radiating from the heart, cleansing and purifying any feelings of grief, any feelings of frustration, any feelings of being unloved, abandonment, rejection, that this energy is cleansing and purifying your heart and allowing the heart space to open. And maybe take your hands and simply draw them across your chest, opening up that space, opening yourself up in a very big way, allowing those energies to expand and radiate from within your heart. And we continue the cleansing process. It moves down into the solar plexus, cleansing and purifying any issues related to your personal power, the inability to stand in your power or set and hold healthy boundaries, that these are all being purged from your system, the inability of processing life, since the digestive system begins in the solar plexus. Just feel that all unwind from within you, allowing this expansive energy to radiate from within the solar plexus. And the energy is moving down into the sacral center, just below the belly button, the seat of your creativity, both physical creation and emotional creation, the deeper levels of processing all the micronutrients, allowing yourself to purge and release any low vibrating emotions that are stuck in your ability to process life. Just see them melt away, or use the flames of this Leo energy to simply give you the courage to let go. And the energy moves down into the root chakra, the base of the torso, cleansing and purifying any feelings related to creating stability and security, any family dynamic issues that have created tension, any feelings of not belonging. Maybe you felt like you didn't belong in your family, And we're in a place where we can discover our soul family, the people that inspire us and uplift us, that they are our true family. Even connecting deeply with Mother Earth and recognizing that she is your true mother in physical form. She's providing the nurturing, the support, the love that you need. Just feel her energy coming up through your feet, up through your legs, up through the root chakra, up through the sacral center, solar plexus. That energy is lifting up through your heart, through your throat, through your third eye, and through the crown of your head. You are the divine connection between heaven and earth. And again, envision your ancestors, family members, guides that are surrounding you, that they're holding this space, projecting unconditional love to you. Even if they couldn't do it in this lifetime, they are there for you now. And just feel their loving, penetrating gaze cast upon you. Just allow yourself to receive that energy, filling up your body with so much unconditional love, so much courage, confidence. And as a divine being, you have an important purpose in being here. Bring your awareness to your heart and just imagine your light is like a lighthouse radiating from your heart. It's extending in all directions, blasting this planet with this vibration of unconditional love. Your light is needed. It's valued. You are valuable. And as you have cleansed and purified your physical and energetic and emotional bodies, you're an open vessel for planting these beautiful new moon intentions. Recognize that you will be open for the next couple of days. So even if you don't know what goals you're setting over the next couple of days, take some time writing down what it is that you want to manifest over the next year. Let your goals be outrageous. Let that Leo energy claim your true royalty. And if you have a goal, set that goal and imagine that seed is being planted within your heart. And allow that light, that little seedling, to begin to germinate. That the roots are already connecting into your heart and down into the earth, where Mother Earth will support you in manifesting in physical form. And imagine with this family encircling you, this energy of unconditional love around you, that you're trusting them to catch you. And just imagine yourself falling back and allow yourself to be caught by them. And it turns into this fun game where they hoist you back up and then you fall forward and somebody else catches you. And then they push you back up and you fall in a different direction and you're caught again. And it's almost like you're dancing like a flame in a fire, just moving around the circle, being held and supported unconditionally by the people around you. Be playful with this energy. Allow yourself to simply let go. Sometimes we get so caught up in the would haves and should haves that we just get tied into a knot. And this is a time of simply letting go. And bring your body back into a centered position in the circle. You can always come back to this. It would be a great activity to do before you go to sleep. Just take a deep breath and express gratitude to the people that are encircling you right now, holding this space of unconditional love. And express gratitude to Mother Earth and Father Sky and the Sun for supporting you on a daily basis. And take your hands over your heart and simply express gratitude to yourself for taking the time and this opportunity to tune into bigger, bolder dreams, feeling more love, allowing yourself to be healed in this moment. And take a deep breath, releasing your hands, wiggling your fingers and toes, bringing your energy back into your physical body. As you come out of this activity, you may have specific imagery, information that came up. It is wise to write it down right away. And take one more deep breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and open your eyes. I hope that was as powerful for you as it was for me, just witnessing what was taking place and the imagery that was coming up. It was just, wow, so rich, so heartfelt, so energizing. Yes, thank you, thank you. Anybody have any final questions or comments? Again, I will stay on after to answer any, but anyone have anything interesting come up during meditation you want to share?
I saw a bunch of goats bounding at some point. I don't know what that means. I'm going to look it up after I hang up, but I feel like it was a good thing.
Well, yeah, because goats are always playful, right? Like
Mhm.
going younger, they're jumping on your back and they're always like jumping on stuff.
It
And
was like a herd of them, like they got out the gate or something, and they were just like bounding out, and I was just like, "Oh wow!" Like, what?
oh, I love that.
That's funny because I have two goats that roam the neighborhood when the owners let them out. And at first I thought, oh, how cute. And then they eat my garden.
Yeah.
I actually had a book title come to mind it's called Chasing Goats. Because
That's cute. I love it.
I end
That
up
is cute.
spending a lot of time from the front yard to the backyard, or front part of the property to the back part of the property, chasing them so that they don't eat my plants. So it's just a learning
Oh my
curve.
gosh, somebody needs to video that for us. Sounds like
Oh,
pure entertainment.
Laughing, thinking there has to be candid cameras around here somewhere, because there's just these
Oh my gosh.
crazy, funny, little things that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's hysterical. Wow, good stuff. Really good stuff. Anyone else want to share anything? All righty, well, we will wrap up. If you do want to stay on, I will just stop the recording, but I really want to thank you for being here for our amazing Leo New Moon energy. Again, it's taking place tomorrow at 1:34 on the East Coast. So adjust accordingly for your time zone. And oh my gosh, goats.
Is that AM? AM or
PM.
PM, 1:34 PM on the East Coast. Yeah. Yes. So thank you all. I look forward to seeing you on August 8th. And, you know, if you want to invite other people, I am totally fine with that. I will be sending out emails next week to support everybody with this project. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. All right. Good night, everybody. Happy Leo
Thank you.
New Moon.
Congratulations.
Same to you.